Hey, my name is David, and I am starting a pottery channel first year. I am a new potter. I'm kind of in the infancy of my pottery career or journey, whatever you want to call it. I am about 4 months in, 5 months in, and yeah, I just want to start documenting my pottery and hopefully guiding others, you know, at the beginning of my journey. I know there are a lot of experienced and long-term potters out there. Or you can learn a lot from an older potter, but you can learn a lot from a newer potter as well. And that's kind of why I'm maybe documenting or vlogging, the beginning of my journey. Yeah, this really won't be a tutorial channel. I won't be showing you how to, pull walls or center your clay, but you will be seeing me learn it, relearn it, learn it, relearn it, from the beginning. I've done a lot and I feel like I know a lot, but part of pottery is repetition and learning over and over and over and over and doing over and over and over. It'll never be perfect, but the goal is to be as good as you can and with the knowledge that you do have. I don't have a crazy setup. I'm in my garage. I bought a used pottery wheel online from somebody who was retiring. And I have a kiln, but it's not hooked up and it doesn't work in this garage. But yeah, I have a pottery wheel. I have a table. I'll show you that maybe later. And one singular shelf that I am overusing. I need to make another shelf or something. But yeah, like I said, I just want to document my journey for myself, but also for people who are interested in seeing a new potter's perspective. You can learn a lot from me, but I can also learn a lot from myself. Watching myself. I don't record myself making pottery, and I don't really, this kind of gives me that that motivation to do so if I'm just sharing it or, whatever. So yeah, I have never made a YouTube video seriously before. So I'm learning how to talk and the cadence and, be efficient with my words. But yeah, this is my channel. Welcome, first year. And I appreciate you for watching. And being here. I am currently working on a project per se. I am trying to push myself to make 9 different mugs, 9 different bowls / plates, and then 9 planner style bowls. So I've already made the 9 mugs. 9 mugs are already made, and 3 of those are already at the kiln. I don't have this kiln, again, doesn't function at this house. But I have a studio I go to that I fire all my stuff. I glaze there and I fire there. So currently 30 of the mugs that I have are being fired. So I only have 6 right now. And then 2 plates and 2 bowls, sorry. 2 bowls are being fired currently. So you're in the middle of my project. This is just kind of me just being kind of impromptu and just starting a YouTube channel. And if I didn't press record today, then I don't think I would. So yeah, I just want to show you the mugs, and then you kind of get an idea of what I want to make and how I want to make it. But yeah, it's just not taking it too seriously, just enjoying it. And yeah, thank you for watching again. So I'm going to show you the mugs, the 6 mugs that I have, and then maybe we'll throw some bowls and maybe a plate. Okay, so this is the second batch of mugs I made. The first batch is being fired again, but this is the second batch. I love this shape. I think they're a lot better than the first ones I made. They're not ugly or anything like that, but I just like this unique shape of this. But yeah, there's that one. And then we have this one. Love this shape. Nice handle. My handles got a lot better. They're not perfect, obviously, but they're a lot better than they were on my first batch. And then we have this guy with the tiny handle. Big opening. This clay is called Tony Beaver. It is a Kentucky Mudworks, I believe. It's a white clay with I think a little bit of grog. The first clay I started with was a River City red clay. It's not the very first clay I started with, but it was the clay I used the most before this one. It's like a dark, deep red clay. It's beautiful when it's fired, but it's a lot stiffer to use, a lot harder to use. And so I think it actually helped me use this clay and kind of work things into shape I really want them to be. because of how like easier it is to use in comparison. But it's a beautiful clay, and I hope to go back to that one. But I fired a few things with that piece, and maybe I'll show you that clay later. But yeah, this is the clay I'm currently using. Like I said, it's a white clay. It's a little bit groggy. And I think I haven't actually fired anything. I haven't even fired anything yet. But I think it fires a kind of like a little toasty white more so. This is like really just bleach white, but I think it fires a toasty white. So yeah, so these are these three, and then I have three more I want to show you, and then we'll throw. Okay, and these are the last three mugs I made. These are a little bit more experimental, kind of ish. There's one in particular that's a little different than the others. It's this one. A little funky shape. It's kind of like a tea kettle almost. Nice foot though. I don't know how utility-wise how it's going to be used, but I think it's cool. I love the handle on it. Nice kind of square-ish handle. And then yeah, little funky mug. And then this one has like a little bit of trimming, or not trimming, a little bit of engraving on it. These little lines. Those are the 6 I have currently, and I have 3 others firing. And I guess when they all fire, like I'll go over again, you know, maybe when I'm glazing them, and talk about like what I thought about making them, what I thought about while I was making them, and then why I made them and whatever. But yeah, so next I am on to bowls. I have made a bowl, or I guess 2 bowls. So I don't know if I want to make 9. 9 is a lot. Maybe I'll do 6, and then I'll do 6 planters. You know, me making 9 mugs wasn't really intentional. The project, you know, to do so came after the fact. So maybe I'll do 9 mugs, and then we'll do 6 bowls / plates, and then 6 planters. And maybe that's it. And then I'll just do something else. And then we'll just do random projects, you know. And that's the fun aspect of it, is I can just do what I want. You know, whether people are watching or not, you know, this is for me to watch, you know, myself and my growth and kind of my technique that I'm learning. Like I said earlier, this isn't really a tutorial channel because I am not qualified to teach anybody pottery. But again, it's to just document my journey for myself, and you know, maybe talk with cool people online and share ideas and whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna start throwing. I think I'm gonna do a plate, nice flat plate. I struggle with plates a little bit, but I think I'm kind of getting the hang of it. And then maybe a bowl. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up a little bit, relocate the camera closer down here, and then we'll start. Thank you for watching. So I think I'm gonna do about 2 pounds of clay for each, for the plate and the bowl. Yeah, I feel like I've been using too little clay to make a bowl and a plate, and I'm not really, this clay has a lot of shrinkage. It's like 13%. So I am going to kind of counteract that by making a bigger, or using a bigger amount of clay. Probably going to speed this up. Okay, that is pretty wedged. I'm proud of that. And that is what we're going to use to throw. Probably, I don't know, a bowl, a plate, doesn't really matter. It's going to be a bowl or a plate, or both, something in between. So yeah, let's start this. Trying to figure out the best possible angle. Honestly, I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out as I'm making videos or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll speed this up. Like I said, I don't want to go through every single step. Like, it's not really a tutorial, but I do want to show you how to make it. So yeah, maybe I'll speed this up, and then maybe we'll chat while I'm doing it. Like, I'll just do a voiceover or not. Maybe it'll just be a quick video. I might stick with this shape. I'll give you guys a better angle of it towards the end. But yeah. Yeah, like I said, this is like a plate bowl. It's literally something in between. So yeah, we'll see what more shape we can give it when we're trimming. But I'm chill with this. This is chill. It looks kind of funky on it. It looks like a plate, really, but it has, it's kind of concave a little bit. It's a little deep down there somewhere. Yeah, the whole thing's kind of thick, so trimming will do this thing a little bit more justice, but I don't hate it. I mean, it's different. I don't want to make just basic bowls and plates, so this is a little different. Like I said, it'll have a big foot. So yeah, I'm going to wedge up some more clay, and then we're going to do the plate. That'll be it. You know what? We might even do a different angle. I'm just going to experiment. You know what looks the best. So yeah, I'm going to throw it a different angle, and then yeah. Okay, I like this angle. Eventually I'll get a camera that like shows my face and also me throwing clay, but like I said, if I didn't make this video, then I wouldn't have made one ever, I don't think. So we gotta start somewhere. But yeah, this is a good angle. I have to remember this is a solid angle. Yeah, looks good. Just doesn't show my face, which is fine. I don't need my face in the camera. So yeah, I'm a little nervous for the plate. I only made a few plates. Maybe like 2 actually. Maybe like 3. So yeah, I've thrown a few plates. Thrown a few. 3's a few. So yeah, just gotta remember, go slow and don't pull up so much weight. You know, otherwise it'll collapse, it'll wobble, all that jazz. But yeah, go slow. A good wide base, because it's a plate. I think that's pretty, straight, pretty even, pretty centered. Centering is super important, I would say. If your clay is not centered before you start throwing up your wall, or throwing up your wall, pulling up your walls, and then doing all that kind of jazz, the whole thing will be uneven. So center as good as you can, but we are beginners, so we do the best we can. So center the best you can, and you know, you can still make a piece look good without it being super centered. None of my pieces are centered. We are gonna leave it alone. That looks actually all right, and I kind of fixed the wobble a little bit. Depending on what time it is, I might do one more bowler plate. Oh. Ah, I probably deserve that. There's too much, you know, there's too much weight on the rim. I'll show you. Yeah, I'll just pull this thing off. Ugh. This isn't gonna give you any fucking information, but look how thick that is. This is too thick. And that's the rim. So we don't have a choice but to make another plate. Isn't that crazy how that works? Okay, fresh wedge. We're gonna try this again. I don't know if I have more time to do this. So this has gotta work. Just follow the rule I set for myself. Don't pull too much of the walls up. And don't leave the rim too thick, because I think that's why I fell, honestly. Okay, let's do it. I think I'm gonna leave it. I don't have a bunch of time. and I'm going on a hiking trip. I need to buy some hiking gear, so I'm going to leave it, and then we'll just trim the imperfections. Like I said, I'm not trying to make it perfect, but you know, you think you want to make it perfect, and then it's like, oh, I screwed it up. I made it imperfect. I had to destroy it because I was trying to make it perfect. So yeah, I'll give you kind of like a side view here in a second. It's not bad. It's really deep. I don't hate it. It's a lot different than the last one I did. Okay, I think that'll do it. These are the two I just did. And yeah, I'll just continue making these videos until I stop, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what my upload schedule will be. I'll just post whenever, and then you know, I guess if I garner an audience, then I'll make them more frequently. But yeah, I guess every time I throw, I throw every day pretty much. Every time I throw, I'll record. So yeah, thank you for watching. Yeah, this is the pilot, I guess. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.